Initially, I was going to blur their faces, but it's all over social media, so no point.
Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. It's a beautiful day here, a beautiful Friday in the Philippines. My name is Alex, and in this video, I'll tell you about a group of foreigners marched through subdivision in Cebu, a Chinese man on the run after booting a neighborhood cat, causing it to pass away, Vietnam becoming big-time player in tourism in Southeast Asia, man gets scammed by a Thai woman and then travels to Thailand for justice, the Philippines BI sacks men who helped a foreigner escape, plus more, beginning with the USD to Peso exchange rate. When I looked last, it was about 1 USD equal to 57.19. We are dipping even lower, most likely, or maybe even dropping to the 56 peso mark. So not really alarming yet. I don't see it becoming a significant issue, but those couple pesos per the dollar may make a difference for those of us who are in like a tight budget. A group of foreigners stirred social media when they marched inside a subdivision and also singing while marching, said Lianza. Police said the foreigners were not armed. They had flags with Hebrew characters. It was learned that the group's leader has been living in the subdivision for a year. The group admitted they did not ask permission from the homeowners association, but they informed the security personnel of their activity. All right, I'll be honest, when I first saw those images, I'm like, what is happening here? And if you're living in a compound, never seen these people, 61 foreigners marching through your neighborhood, you're gonna be like, what is going on? And definitely a cause for concern. I think the least they could have done was to notify the homeowners association. I mean, like these condos I'm saying, bro, I can't even have more than 2 guests come over at a time sometimes. And you know what? That explains why there's so many brothers around Cebu City lately I've seen for the past couple of days. I'm like, but this may be as a result, I'm assuming, because I did recognize 2 of those men in that march. I'm going to be honest. Leave your thoughts down below regarding the story. Let's go on to our next one. Next story is a bit sensitive, so just a heads up. A non-profit organization is seeking help to find a Chinese national who was spotted booting a community cat in Ayala Triangle Garden, which resulted in the animals passing away. On Thursday, March 6th, they raised awareness about a 32-year-old man named Shang Jiang who was caught in a CCTV footage booting Ken, the cat, a community cat in the area. The organization said that Ken was simply resting in a walkway when the man did this to the feline despite being unprovoked. Quote, when he was confronted and brought to the barangay, the man was arrogant and refused to provide his address. He told us to write to the Chinese embassy. Because of this, he remains free to roam the streets, to roam the gardens. We seek your help to know the man's identity and whereabouts in order to proceed with the filing of a case against him, they added. It is said that the move was not just an attack on the cat, but a blatant violation of Republic Act 8495, the Animal Welfare Act. If you have any information about this fool, please let people know. The organization said that there's a substantial monetary reward will be given to the confirmed information leading to the perpetrator's location. It also included stills of the CCTV footage which showed the man doing what he did, as well as pictures of the Chinese passport. So this is what this dude looks like. If you guys know where he is, let them know. People like that, I don't understand. I don't understand what you get from simply doing this to an innocent animal. Look, I think cats are assholes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like cats. I think they're just snobby. I would never harm one though. Like, there's a big difference between having a preference and committing this kind of act towards an innocent creature. The thing is, people like this, I think they feel like they're untouchable. Somehow I have this sense they have this arrogant like entitlement that they can do whatever they want and get away with it. And I don't like, that's a whole different story. But this guy here, yeah, what are you doing? I can't wait to bring you guys the news about him being caught, because if he does and is found guilty, he can be charged with 1 year in prison and $100,000 or peso, I should say, fine, unless someone helps him escape, like in our next story. The Bureau of Immigration officials involved in the escape of a high-profile Korean fugitive, Na Ik-yeon, were immediately terminated and criminal cases are being prepared against them. CCTV footage revealed that BI personnel facilitated Na's escape during his court hearing on March 4th. BI Commissioner Joe Viara called the evidence damning and confirmed the Department of Justice is now overseeing the case. An internal audit is ongoing. Viara vowed to end corruption, with the BI stating that all involved will face consequences. You know, after my recent trip to the BI, there were some really questionable... I gotta watch what I say carefully here, because I don't want to jeopardize the person I'm helping their situation. I'm gonna reserve what I have to say until the whole situation gets solved. But hopefully the BI's commissioners come out and said that they want to try to end corruption in all levels here. So let's see how that goes. Next up, Vietnam sees tourism surge. Vietnam welcomed nearly 4 million foreigner visitors in the first 2 months alone of 2025, marking a 30% increase from last year. The growth is attributed to relaxed visa policies, international tourism awards, and promotional efforts. China, South Korea, and Taiwan remain the top sources of tourists, followed by the United States and Japan. Despite the impressive surge, Vietnam still trails behind Thailand, which recorded 7 million visitors over the same period in just 2 months. In response, Prime Minister has directed authorities to explore visa exemptions for select nationalities, including global billionaires, as part of an effort to boost tourism further. The country is targeting 23 million foreigners' arrivals this year. You know, Vietnam is becoming very popular very fast. If you haven't been there, please get there before it turns out like Thailand anytime soon. It's a beautiful place. I've been there multiple times, multiple different cities. I love Vietnam, and for a lot of different reasons. Is it perfect? No, just like many places, but it's somewhere I highly recommend visiting. If you're somewhere in Southeast Asia, definitely check out some of the crazy, beautiful rice fields, the islands, the beaches, the food, the history, the French influence. There's a lot going on in Vietnam. And honestly, despite what some might think, the local people don't really hold a grudge, especially because you can see Americans are like the fourth top visitors to that country. Leave your thoughts down below. Have you been to Vietnam? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you consider going there? Anything you want to share, and let's go on to our next story. All right, somebody gets scammed. Taiwanese man has traveled to Thailand seeking justice after being scammed by his Thai girlfriend. I don't know why they call her a girlfriend. The man claims that he sent her a large sum of money. People, please stop sending money to people online. Stop it. Like, I don't understand how many ways, how many videos, how many stories we got to hear. Just don't do it. Like, what? The man claims he sent a large sum of money, believing that they were building a future together, only to discover she had cut off contact. Feeling deceived, he decided to take actions and filed a complaint in the Thai authorities to recover his losses. Cases like this highlight the importance of financial caution in long-distance relationships. Authorities continue to warn individuals to be wary of online international relationships involving money transfers and such. I don't want to be I have to be sympathetic to those that fall in love or think they're in love and just genuinely trust people and want to be happy with someone. I get all that, but just don't send large sums of money where it can definitely affect your life. I feel like we've all had some kind of experience with at least either attempted scam or something that doesn't seem right. For me personally, I'm not in a situation where I'm sending people money, but I also, as much as I don't like it, it's understandable why some people do it. So hopefully videos and stories like this can at least provide some, a cautionary tale for someone that's trying to send money abroad. Honestly, it's one of those things that it's just easier to say all this when you're on the outside, but when feelings are involved, and these women can be very, very good at what they do and what they say, they can fool you. And a man, like, people have gone to war for women, right? And Jeff Bezos, buddy, lost $40 billion because he couldn't. The point is, nobody's safe. Be careful. Next up, Thailand lifts decades-old student hairstyle restrictions. In a landmark ruling, Thailand's Supreme Administrative Court has overturned a long-standing regulation on student hairstyles, marking a victory for personal freedoms and education. The rule, dating back to 1975, required boys to keep their hair short while restricting girls from growing their hair past their ears. Originally enforced under military rule, the court has now deemed it unconstitutional and inconsistent with student welfare. The decision followed a 2020 petition from students challenging the restrictions as outdated and oppressive. While some schools had already relaxed these measures, the ruling officially grants schools autonomy over hairstyle policies. However, concerns remain that conservative educators may resist the change. That's cool, I guess, especially if you're a Thai student and want to grow your hair or do something different. Now it's time for our segment Yesterday Today, where I read some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. But first, I'd like to thank someone who bought me 3 coffees. I live in Tagaytay. I've been here almost 4 years. Former Texan, my wife and I are retired and enjoying life. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for those coffees. I really appreciate it. It does make a difference. If you guys want to go ahead and show some extra love, you can go ahead and scan this QR code right here. Then you can buy me a coffee, or the link is in the description down below. Thank you so much once again. Rick J says, keep up the good work, bro. I like your news information. It's another wonderful day to be alive. It sure is. That's one thing you always have to remember. No matter how bad your situation is, I promise you there are millions that have it much worse than you. So just take joy in everyday stuff, man. Just the fact that it's sunny right now, the fact that I'm gonna go out right now, right after this, to grab me a nice coffee and just enjoy the day, get out there, make some interviews. That makes me happy. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube takes a very large portion of my day. A lot of hours goes into making 2 channels, but I still try to enjoy all the little things, right? So if you see me out there just kind of speed walking, it's because I gotta be somewhere or do something. So yeah, I feel like somebody was gonna say hi one day and I just didn't know, but don't worry. Say hello if you see me. Wave at me. Somebody at the gym today waved at me. So if you're watching this, hello to you, sir. I know we're both like sweating real pretty hard. Speaking of the gym, where's that thing? So for the past few days, my face is like, I don't know if you guys can see, a bit red, and I thought it was because of the whatever, but I realized today when I was wiping the sweat with a towel, because I think the towel's getting older and some of the brittles or whatever is getting like hard. So I'm like, that's what it is. I keep burning my face with this towel, wiping off the sweat. Got a little carried away there with my personal life. Let's get back to the... Edwin says, Alex, I see you rocking the great videos as always. Thank you. Appreciate that, Edwin. Some Gabe says, FYI, Alex, the US dollar has fallen from its high and will more than likely continue to fall due to tariffs. This basically means a weakening dollar, so the exchange rate to peso will continue to fall. I agree, but I don't think it's going to fall too much and it'll bounce back up. That's just my personal opinion. Let's see what happens, because it can't. Just the way money works. I just don't see it. I doubt it'll ever drop before 55. Not ever, but not anytime soon. What do you guys think? Leave your predictions down below. Will we hit 60 by summer or will we hit 55? Which one do you think is more likely? And that's it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll most likely make a video tomorrow, but if I don't, thank you for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Buddy, the longer I talk, the more foreigner I become. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Just don't do it. Like, what? Is it because I don't have no money? Is it that why? I would never do it.